Hi, you guys. We're moving into the final project in terms of the design final. So, I'll be seeing your sketches earlier this week. I'll be talking to you about them and about how to develop those up. But just remember this, that this design project should be a finished work of art. So that means top to bottom and side to side. If you're working with color, it means that it needs to be all color. Your enemy is white space if it's a painting. You can use it, but just be careful of it. I've talked to you a little bit about watercolor. Some people laid in initial stuff. It really depends a lot on what layering and building up the painting with layers of paint. Usually we do it with gouache, which is far more opaque, like acrylic, but they discontinued the line that I wanted, so we had to get the watercolors, and so far I've seen some really good stuff with that. So if you're working up watercolors, cool. I gave you kind of a theme in terms of pandemic work, and I'm interested to see what you do with that. A couple other people requested doing other projects. That's fine. You got the green light, or if you come up with another theme that you like. But I posted these last week, and these are just some drawings that are in a big sketchbook that I have. And this is just done with a reed pen with one of those sticks. And it's just an image that I took from the New Yorker of this guy with his kid waiting in a food line. Now, if you do that, you should always credit who you got it from. Name the source, because there's too much ripping off of people. It's like I put the photographer's name, and I also wrote where I found it in the New Yorker. It's not that clear because it's in pencil. But I also think that it's like coming up on vacation, and I like this figure because there's a certain amount of anxiety in it in terms of like, well, what's this summer going to be like? And then I worked up these, which is just this figure who has a flag, who's in kind of the new area in Williamsburg where they put up all the tower buildings, which is just a whole city that they just dropped in. And she's got a mask on, and she's walking along, and I call it the Valley of the Princesses. I'm being kind of satiric. And then there's these kind of guys, these big biff guys who run around without any masks on. So because you're doing that pandemic thing, I'm also thinking about it too, and it's showing up a lot in my work. And I saw it a lot in the initial work that you guys did in the class. I mean, things start to become relevant. Just a painting that I did a couple months ago, it has new meaning now because of this pandemic, this panic. And I got this from a film called Panic in the Year Zero, which was a very strange movie. Anyway, we're almost at the end, and the last day is the 4th. I will give you guys until Saturday, the 6th, to post these final projects. That's a couple extra days, and get the final project into me. As I said, I'll look at your sketches. I'll have some suggestions if I think that they merit a response. But move forward with them. These things could be worked up like the exquisite corpses. They could be almost paper dolls and then set into a background. But you need to work out a background too that's exciting. If you're working collage, well, there's a lot of ways that this can happen, and it may just be thumbnails, or it may just be pen and ink drawings. As part of a graphic novel, as I put forward last week. I will be in touch with you guys after the 8th in terms of evaluation about what you've done in the message part of Instagram. So I'll be sending you a message talking to you about it. This has been a really good class. You guys have generally kept up really, really well. And I'll let you know what I'm teaching next semester. I'd love to have you guys as students in whatever I'm doing. Sometimes they get follow-over, so I'll let you know. I should know pretty soon. I'm going to post one more lesson which is just the printmaking. This is a print pulled from a wood block, and it just says black socks, they never get dirty. The longer I wear them, the darker they get. It's kind of a joke print. But I'm going to show you how to cut a block and also how to print them. And you're going to, you guys can go back out and you can get ink once the art supply store is old. And I'll let you know everything you need. You're going to need a roller too. That's about it. Like I say, I'll post that so that you know what to do. That's normally what we would finish with if we were in the classroom. You guys have been really good in keeping up. I appreciate your efforts. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and I'll be in touch. And I can't think of anything else, but check the bottom of the post here. There may be something that I add on PowerPoint. I don't know, but also in the message part of Instagram on Professor Blackwell, look in there because there's a ton of images that I put in there from a lot of different artists that may help you out with what you're doing. Okay, that's it. Talk to you.